Hi, in today's lesson, we're going to be talking about 3D shapes. 3D shapes are shapes with three dimensions such as width, height, and length. Let's take a look at some of the 3D shapes that we have and their properties. The first one we have here is a cube. A cube has 6 faces. It has 12 edges and 8 vertices. So when we're talking about faces, we're talking about these areas. When we're talking about edges, we are talking about these areas. And when we're talking about vertices, we are talking about these corners. All sides on a cube are equal in length. All faces are square in shape, and a cube is a type of a cuboid. Next, we have a cuboid. A cuboid has 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. All the faces on a cuboid are a rectangular. The next one we have is a sphere. A sphere, we will say that it has 0 or 1 faces depending on how you look at it. If you look at the total area of your sphere, you will see that it has 1 face, but if you look at it in its round form, you will notice that it has no face. It has no edges and it has no vertices. The next one we have is an ellipsoid. And the ellipsoid is just like a circle. It has 0 faces, or we can say 1 face, 0 edges, and vertices. A good example of an ellipsoid is a rugby ball, and a good example of a sphere is a circle. The next one we have is a cylinder. A cylinder has 2 or 3 faces depending on which face you have closed. Some of cylinders have this opened, whereas others do not have that face opened. So that's 1, 2 at the bottom, and 3 around. A cylinder is made up of a rectangle that is wrapped around a circle. It has 0 or 2 edges. So these are the edges at the bottom, and it has no vertices as it doesn't have any corners. The next one we have is a cone, which has 2 or 1 faces, or 1 face, depending on whether that is closed or not. It has 0 or 1 edge. In terms of edge, we're talking about a round circle, and it has 1 apex over there. An apex is described by some mathematicals as a vertex. Then we move on to a triangular prism. A triangular prism has 5 faces, 1, 2 on that side, 2 on that side, 3, 4 on that side, and the bottom one is 5. 9 edges and 6 vertices. The 2 faces at either end are triangles, so they're talking about this end and that end, and the rest of the faces are rectangular, so that one on that side, this one, and the one that is found at the bottom. We have a hexagonal prism. A hexagonal prism has 8 faces, 18 edges, and 12 vertices. The 2 faces at either end are hexagonal, so that end and the one should below it, and the rest of the faces are rectangulars. So hexagonal there, and everything else is rectangular. We have a triangular base pyramid, so that, which have 4 faces, 6 edges, and vertices. The base is a triangle. All of the faces are triangles. If the triangular faces making up the prism are all equilateral, then the shape is also called a tetrahedron, meaning that side is equal to that side is equal to the side on that side and your base. We have a hexagonal pyramid where it has 7 faces, 12 edges, and 7 vertices. The base is hexagon, over there, and all others are triangular. So that's triangular, the faces are triangular.